Opa, voltando aqui, beleza? Nick faz uns rolar e tente chegar a Nick. Chegando a Nick. Você parece. Mova-se para dentro da pedra. Espere que o cachorro sair e vá para a pedra esquerda onde o cachorro estava. Vou dar fora daqui, meu irmão. Cadê Nico? Ah.
That was fun.
Wasn't it? By the way, the guards asked me to thank you for waking him up.
Oh, that? It was nothing.
Tá bom, safado.
It was an exposed area of stonework where you could see the blocks beneath.
George, what's that?
Where?
There, inscribed on that stone.
She was right. Carvings were just visible on one of the stones. See the symbols? Look.
The Nile Delta, the Alpha, and the Omega.
We're on the right trail.
Tô falando que vai falar com
Hey,
ela.
Nico. If Cesaro gets all that power, what do you think he'll be able to do?
I don't know. I don't want him to get the chance to find out either.
I wonder if we'll run into Petra, too.
There's an expression on your face when you say that which I really don't like.
Well, she is kind of...
Think very carefully before you finish that sentence.
a psychotic, scheming killer.
Good. Just remember that.
É, ciumenta. 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 Pô, aqui tá a alavanca, velho. Isso daqui é coisa do macaco, pô.
Excavate my way in.
George, look!
The last thing I expected was probably a door.
Incrível!
This was the end game. As we entered the tunnel, I wondered what was waiting for us.
Que bosta, hein? Olha o sorriso desse cara, que sorriso idiota, retado.
Tell me that wasn't the entrance ceiling behind us.
But Nico, it was.
Just tell me.
Hey, lucky that wasn't the entrance ceiling behind us, or we could be entombed here for eternity.
Thanks, George. By the way, have you got the torch?
The flashlight? No, I thought you had it.
No, we swapped on the plane.
But then we swapped again in the truck.
Ah, but we swapped again on the walk.
Nico?
You're right. Let's just feel our way around.
Hey, what's this? Feels nice.
George.
Right, sorry.
Mon Dieu. Look at all these guys.
Must have been some party.
Seems to be an easy place to die in.
I wouldn't worry. Well, not yet, anyway. Give it another 5 minutes.
How are we going to get out?
We'll be okay. Hey, did I ever tell you about that one time in Syria?
At length. Sometimes with diagrams.
Eita.
Yow! Where did he come from?
I am Anubis, guardian of the temple.
Anubis? But he was the god who guarded the underworld.
Look at the decor. Says underworld to me.
If you come to this place, then you seek power.
Some kind of ancient hologram.
But power may be bestowed only on those with the authority to use it, and the wisdom to bear its burden. You must pass 2 tests to prove that you are ready. In this chamber, you shall prove your authority to go onwards.
And if we can't?
It's a recording, George.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to get a dialogue going here.
I think you scared him off.
Strange how he spoke in English.
English? He spoke in perfect French.
Oxe, cada entendeu uma língua.
The door was massive and
Tomara que ele.
sealed.
É,
It would have taken explosives
automaticamente.
to get through. Plenty of explosives.
Sério? Você tem que colocar uma por uma. Aqui.
I inserted the fishy alpha stone. It went home with a satisfying click. I inserted the stone with the omega marking. Yep, that's where it belongs, all right. I inserted the stone with the Nile Delta marking. Yep, that goes there, sure enough.
Ooh, sexy.
Hey, Nico, we're on a roll.
Aqui tem um joguinho.
Just as well we have the symbols of authority. The temple priests must have carried them back when the early pharaohs used this place.
No wonder people thought they were gods. That test had been almost too easy. I hated to think what might follow. We found ourselves in another chamber. It looked like one of those puzzles psychologists spring on kids. Except bigger. Fancy a game? You start. Ow! I wish he wouldn't do that.
You have shown that you have the authority to reach this point. Now you must show that you have the wisdom to progress further.
We're screwed then.
Listen.
Attend to my tale of Horus, the lawkeeper. Once, Horus walked in the land of men. By the banks of the Nile, he discovered a guardian of the watch with a murderer in his custody. A frightened witness to the crime, and the dead man's brother who was pressing the charge. The guardian wished to take the criminal, the witness, and the victim's brother to the tribunal building that stood on the far bank. There is no ferryman here, the guardian told Horus. How may I take this man to meet justice? Horus replied, I shall carry you across. Yet there are three of them, mighty Horus, said the guardian. The dead man's brother is full of wrath, and will surely strike down the accused if they are left together. And if the malefactor is even once left alone with the witness, he will surely put fear into the witness, and a trial will founder. Thus, putting his faith in the wisdom of Horus, the guardian took his leave. So Horus considered for a time. Then he carried his 3 charges across the river, back and forth, and in 7 degrees carried them all across, so that the murderer and the witness were never once left together out of the presence of Horus. Nor yet were the brother and the murderer left together out of the presence of Horus. And the witness gave his evidence without fear or corruption, and justice was served. Thus mark the wisdom of Horus. Your trial is to echo that wisdom. My tale is laid out, ready to be retold, degree by degree. Fail, and you will progress no further. But mark me, deceit, improbity, or malfeasance are prohibited.
What did he say?
The guy's clearly a lawyer. It means no cheating.
They will be punishable by death.
Or a judge.
And his associates shall be ejected from this place, never again to be granted entrance.
Beleza. O primeiro aqui eu tenho que fazer o quê? Selecione o painel para a hora levar o assassino para outro lado. Beleza, assassino.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
Painel.
The first crossing of the river. The second crossing of the river.
Agora eu tenho que pegar o irmão.
Put the brother on Horus, please.
E aí, para... Selecione o irmão para o painel. Beleza, depois eu tenho que pegar o assassino.
The third crossing of the river.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
The fourth crossing of the river.
Agora pega a testemunha.
Horus, please take the witness.
The fifth crossing of the river. The sixth crossing of the river.
Put the killer on Horus, please.
You've done it, George.
Well, obviously.
Easy! Pra quem tem um tutorial aqui do lado. Vamos falar com ela, vou ver o que essa bosta fala.
Hey, Nico. I gotta admit, I'm worried.
George, that's not like you.
What if we're too late? What if Cesaro is too far ahead of us to stop?
We don't know that. And we don't give up.
Who said anything about giving up? I just wonder how difficult he's gonna be to take down when we catch up with him. Another day, another ancient temple complex. Hey, Nico?
Please don't start with your tales of daring do around the world, George. I am really not in the mood.
What twists somebody up into a psycho like Petra?
Who cares?
You think maybe with psychiatric help, maybe...
She's a fully functional killer and she loves it. You didn't see her luggage. She carries tools to dismantle people.
Well, that doesn't mean she's a bad person.
Yes, it does. Now shut up about her.
Eu vou falar.
Nico?
Yes?
Have you ever considered going blonde?
George!
Okay. Forget I said it.
Engraçado aquele loiro. Vamos lá fora daqui, meu irmão. Ó, o Alec.
There's a glow up ahead. This could be it.
What if we don't succeed?
Come on, George. It's only the future of the planet.
Yeah, that's right. No big deal.
This is taking too long, Oswald.
You want it quick or you want it right?
Both.
There. Just one final turn.
What are you waiting for?
I am scared. That is why I am waiting.
Turn it.
There can be no going back.
Turn it, Ostwald.
In just 24 hours, the dragon energy will burst through.
And I shall have it. Do it now. The cavalry, how tiresome. Flap, kill them.
Okay, boss. Oh, wow!
Tô apertando aqui S. Eita! Moleque capoeira.
Ow! Ouch, that hurt.
Olha, olha. Ó, moleque! Quem que cai daquele jeito, velho? Que luta idiota, velho.
Hey, Nico. How about that?
He was a frail old man, George.
Yeah, but he had a big stick. It's good to see you, Bruno.
I like your timing.
That was Nico. She takes days to pack.
How did you find me?
The St. Stephen chapter. Or what was left of him.
They had the third stone, yes?
Right. So this is what it's all been about, huh?
It is most remarkable piece of engineering.
Where's the sharp end?
There is no sharp end. Both ends are very blunt.
No, I mean, where does the energy come out?
Ah, not here. The pulse can come anywhere in the world, on the dragon lights.
I get it. And this thing tells you where.
Precisely.
So is it safe? Now?
Oh, yes. Left alone, it will just power down.
For another 12,000 years?
No, I think forever. We must make sure another Cesaro doesn't come along.
What now, George?
How about taking that trip to New York we always promised ourselves?
No, I meant, what do we do with Cesaro?
Him? Oh, hand him over to the cops, I guess.
We've still got to find Petra.
Get away from there.
Problem solved, I believe.
Hey, George, it's your favorite blonde.
Shut up.
My dear, what kept you?
I had some loose ends to tie up.
Never mind. You are here. Ostwald started...
What should I do now?
What do you mean? Kill them, of course.
I wasn't talking to you.
What?
She was talking to me, Cesaro.
No.
Cannot be.
The Grand Master.
Hey, didn't we drop a church on you?
So many familiar faces. I'm quite touched.
Petra, explain. I thought you were loyal.
Not to you.
Never trust a woman in a wig, Cesaro.
It was Petra who found me trapped in the rubble. Petra who nursed me back from the edge of death.
So, you were a spy all along.
With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Your plan shows an ingenuity that impresses even me.
And now you will steal my work just as it reaches fruition?
You stole my organization. It seems only fair.
I will not return obediently to your side.
I did not expect you to. You were never one of the sheep, Cesaro. You were always the wolf.
I'm flattered.
Don't be. It means I cannot use you.
Holy crap.
Now, if you will forgive me, I have to go.
Shame. But hey, if you're in the neighborhood, drop by.
Petra, make the final adjustment, please.
We spoke too soon, George.
At last, we are near the end. The day of days.
Well, what's to stop us just turning the thing off again?
Be my guest. It has done its work. The pulse will come, and nothing can stop it now.
What will you do with us?
Oh, I'm a reasonable man. I'll give you all the same chance George and Nico gave me when we last met.
If anybody tries to follow us, I'll kill them in a heartbeat.
What did he mean? The same chance we gave him. We didn't give him any chance at all.
Exactly. I wasn't leaving the Key of Solomon for anyone else to use. Hey, Bruno! What do you make of all this weird science?
Far in advance of anything we have.
Strange that the Grand Master destroyed it. It must be worth billions.
I think when he has the dragon power,
beleza,
he
o
will
vídeo
have
termina por
no
aqui.
need of
Vamos
money.
parar de falar. Beleza. O vídeo termina por aqui, a gente continua no próximo vídeo. Então, fui!